Hello and welcome to another video with me, Winner Android, where I'm now doing a timeline video for this series I was doing as the French power on the scenario on the Addon Plus mod that has a French name on it, considering I have not going to attempt to actually try and say the darn name, because I know I'm going to mess it up. So, yeah. I think the scenario is more or less like an alternate timeline, alternate history thing from the French Revolution, going forward at that point, and at the point where the scenario is taking place, there's some kind of coalition against Britain, I'm guessing. Considering, yeah, Britain's kind of fallen. So, yeah, I'm thinking the scenario's backstory of the scenarios like France, Spain, Portugal, United States kind of all grouped up against Britain and kicked them out of the Americas completely, divided up the African colonies and stuff over here. All this is still controlled by Britain and everything over here in the Pacific, but yeah, otherwise it's basically all been split up and everything. But yeah, let's just go ahead and get this timeline started and everything. So, yeah, I got those two countries there as vassals and also French India and French Indochina there. So, yeah, started things off by going after Italy immediately. And after that, Iran decided to go towards me, so I went over and dealt with them. And while I'm dealing with Iran, well, Britain goes towards me. So, yeah. I had a hard time fighting over here, but I eventually dealt with stuff and got things under control. And yeah, that's how that war ended up there. All that's left of the British Raj is that you got all that stuff which is basically completely untouched. I got South America, South Africa as a vassal there. And yeah, that's basically it. I took over Britain itself completely. And yeah. Takes a while to deal with the probability for all that, from what I remember. I think I'm going after Ethiopia next, considering Ethiopia is at war with Spain there, Portugal is also at war with them. So yeah, deal with Ethiopia there, and also finish off what's left of Spain over here. Really, the whole war between Spain and Portugal there was like some giant war or something, considering like Ottoman Empire, Polish Empire, all a bunch of other countries are getting involved in that war. But none of them really did anything in the end. But yeah, dealing with the British, finishing them off completely. And let's see. I think I just deal with Dutch East Indies next, because that there was basically annoying me, that little border. And just the fact that I basically got the rest of this area under my control already. But, yeah, let's see. All of them are basically fighting each other constantly throughout this entire game. I'm pretty sure the Kingdom of Louisiana over here is supposed to be like the former monarchy of France, I think. Not exactly sure on that, though. But yeah, dealt with Dutch East Indies over here. To the Americas next. Kind of reclaiming my colonies. There, got to Quebec, and then there goes the Kingdom of Louisiana because they just accept ultimatums. Seriously wish they didn't do that, because I would have actually liked to fight a war for that stuff, but they accepted ultimatums. So yeah, got all that very quickly. And after that, I go over and deal with Spain and Portugal. Finishing them all off there. Which also means I basically got all of Africa under control, considering all that's really left over here is United States, and then the Congo being controlled by the Kingdom of Sweden and Denmark. But before I deal with anything else, I kind of just go after this stuff here. Portuguese India and also the Philippines, because they took that little bit of lands there. Because they were apparently at war with Portugal at one point. So yeah, dealt with that stuff, and after that is United States, which has taken over all that over there in a war. So yeah, they still got to the west coast, even with me controlling the Louisiana there. So yeah, dealt with that. That's all that's left in Africa for me to take. And before I do anything there, I kind of just finish off Central America, get all of that under my control. And yeah. French Indochina's gotten quite strong over there. China's just getting weaker and weaker as time goes on. But yeah, dealt with that stuff, so next up is Europe, basically. Just getting Ottoman Empire and Sweden, Denmark to kind of clean things up over here in Europe a bit before I do anything myself. So getting rid of the Austrian Empire and what's left of them there. And then go out to the Ottoman Empire, which they just accept the ultimatum that I send them, despite being the second strongest country in the world at that point. So, yeah. And after that, I go to war with Russia. In a moment. Come on, there we go. Go through, deal with that total invasion or from the east just to make things a bit quicker and stuff. But yeah, took all that, got Russia as a vassal. That somehow ended up becoming a German country despite the fact that it's literally always been Livonia this entire game. But for some reason they become Livonia once they got independence again. No idea why, but sure. But yeah, dealt with that stuff, go out to the Kingdom of Sweden and Denmark, finish them off completely there. And then deal with that stuff there as well, of course. And then my focus turns to Asia. Taking over the Heavenly Kingdom there, and then going after Japan. In which this war is actually a bit harder than I was expecting, to be honest, considering, yeah, kind of saw that I kind of stopped for moments there on Korea, because I just couldn't really advance much anymore at that point. But yeah, dealt with that stuff. Quickly deal with the rest of this once I get province ability there done. South America is basically just split between those two at this point, and they decide to go to war with each other again. But yeah, just annex them next. And then my focus moves over here to South America, in which I kind of wanted to see how this war is going to go, but it kind of eventually became clear that war was just not going to end by itself, to be honest. Because, yeah. Even with how close they got there for a moment, they still get pushed back. Yeah. But I eventually just go to war with both of them and just take them all over. Yeah, there we go. Pause there to reorganize troops and then continue again. To deal with that, and there. That would have been the end if that did not end up becoming that country down here again. Seriously hates that, but yeah. Had to go through another 45 turns, which took quite a while because of all those darn rebellions, but yeah, dealt with all that stuff, and that is the end of this timeline. So, yeah. Pretty decent, I think. Easily constructed most buildings, despite the fact that they were all ports and nothing else. Conquers most provinces. But, yeah, I guess that's the end of this scenario. I need to figure out what I need to do for the next one. But, yeah, there is the end of this video. I hope you all enjoyed it. I'll see you all next one. Bye-bye.